Hey everybody, Omni Griffin here, and welcome back to Hand of Fate 2. I love that audio stuff. So we're going to continue. It is of course going to remind us at some point here, after it loads back in. My headphones are way too loud. Ah yes, so we got a silver on the chariot because we did not
no longer go easy on you.
rescue everyone.
The usurper will not do so, and I must test you sorely before you arrive at his gates.
Strength. Stealing half of an ancient relic from an ogre has left you dying and cursed. Gear up and claim the other half of Adesia's charm. There will be dice. A high defense will help reduce the damage from the ogre's devastating onslaught. Start with 10 life. Eating food does not heal. Alright, I am curious what this does. Okay, so we have that overcharged. Mal's magic shield causes damage to nearby enemies when hit. As much as I would like to keep going, I want to keep going with other stuff.
I doubt the Northerner can offer you anything. Time will tell.
Whoa. I want to inspect. Optionally roll an extra die after missing the dice gambits, but lose your companion. There's gonna be dice, so let's do it. I'm in. Alright, stuff. Oh, right. We got new things. Oh, we can do the under. Oh, right. The underneath is something else. Alright, reveal map. We're gonna go with the shrine because I always go with the shrine. We have a lot of encounters that we can throw in here. I'm trying to think about what I actually want to put in. Everything with tokens. This seems like a really bad idea because it says lose life on it. I do like how it gives you that nice little summary. I always draw the whole map, so the cartographer might be useful. That's good. Recharge artifacts, chance cards. There's gotta be something here that we want. Temple prayers seem good. A blessing could really help us out. Archer's Bane is new. Let's throw it in there. Billy Clubs. Of course, Fretha's Ire. We get 12. That's a lot. Where's the ring that gives us dice bonus? That one I'm definitely throwing in there. It'd be nice if we could. There it is. If we could acquire that. We don't know what that one is, so we'll throw it in there. I don't think any of these... Oh, that's new, so we'll throw it in there. Eat less food. This is our strongest is 10. Don't really have much interest in those, but they're new. Bastion of Purification seems good. You know what? Sure, we'll throw that in there. I like the Cardinal Blade.
I guess that card is one of your favorites. I don't see the appeal.
Shut up, dealer. So what's the defense value? The defense value is 15 on that one. See, that seems really bad. Anything called bloodletting. Rate enemies heal during combat is reduced. Reduction in fire. We can gain food. Gain 10 max life when you have more blessings than curses. We kind of have some synergy there. Alright. usually take the fine sword, extra food, and let's take the healing spirits. I don't know what it does, but I'm pretty sure it's good. I suppose I could take the leather. You know what? Let's take the leather armor instead of the food, because food doesn't heal us. Although I'm sure we still starve. Getting some starting armor could be really nice. It could save our bacon. I have no idea how this is going to go.
You too are hasty. Here is our evidence of your eagerness to leap into difficulties you cannot face. You must know yourself, hone yourself, sharpen your wits and your sword against the challenges ahead.
Thank you for that, sir. Woohoo! The bitter taste of blood is the first indicator that you're still alive. Blind and disoriented, you make out a voice calling to you. A pair of strong hands shake you upright. Your vision steadies and Kolbjorn's somber face swims into view. What happened? Kolbjorn gestures you to be quiet. He presses his back against the boulder beside you and grimaces, holding his side. As your head clears, a booming voice echoes out from the deep in the foggy marsh.
Oh, where have you crawled, gasted mice? Let your insides be gut and bones be crunched.
It's an ogre. You peer around the rock, and from the mist steps an ogre, 3 times as tall as a man, with a lumpen, vicious face. His one good eye darts about wildly as he surveys the area, hunting for something. The ogre grunts and scoops up a broken, shining trinket from the ground, splashed red with blood.
Ruined with your dirty blood, wretched cut purses. Riven in two.
His great hideous face turns red.
If thou listen here, I will find the twin, then I will eat thine eyes.
The ogre's the only thing I can do a voice for, because it's very clearly not human and like blah. The ogre lifts his club and smashes a tree trunk in anger. The tree creaks and crashes down to the ground as Draknar the ogre turns and disappears back into the mist. Kolbjorn grimaces. I'm going to call him Cole, I think. Cole grimaces as he holds his side, attempting to hide the severity of his injuries. Here, you are injured, eat. He throws you a medicinal herb bun. Weak to your bones, you gratefully take a bite. And the bread turns to ash in your mouth. With the stinging realization, you pull the other half of the ogre's trinket from your pack. Sure enough, you feel a wrongness emanating from within it. Half of Odysseus' charm. While holding only half, food does not restore life. This card cannot be discarded. A stab of hunger hits your stomach. There's only one thing for it. You must steal back the other half from the ogre that almost killed you. The closest town is Dryper, Kolbjorn whispers hoarsely. We cannot hope to defeat an ogre now. Summoning your remaining strength, you lift yourself to your feet and stagger into town. One drunken night, the unmistakable scrape of metal wakes you fully from your slumber as you slowly take stock of your surroundings. We're doing a really bad job of waking up in shitty places. It's very much a good thing that, unlike the first game, you do not Okay, can I look at my equipment? This is not as easy as the one we did last time. The question is... Haha! We can immediately heal a whole bunch. Things are not as smooth as I would like. Oh, that's interesting. Some extra food is nice. We don't have any way of recharging that, I don't think, but I think it was a good get. Ouch. We gained a good chunk of gold, some food, and emptied our flask. But it gave us a good time to empty that flask for 30 healing. It's gonna give us some leeway. We gained some fame. You follow the stairs upward until you emerge in the forest. You fumble in your haversack for something to eat. Happily, you find a half-eaten pastry, trying to find your way out of the woods. Swamplands. After another day of rainfall, the marshlands swell into a swamp. Water and mud obscure the path ahead. As you press on, every direction begins to look the same.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
God damn it, Cole. This is gonna hurt, isn't it? Okay, we just eat a food. Then we fight the ogre. As you scramble up to the path, a booming voice echoes out over the marshlands. It is Draknar.
Hie to thy burrow, little...
See, now I'm doing it differently. See, I'm doing it differently, and I'm terrible. Hide to thy burrow, little mouse. I can smell thy blood. Barely.
A win here sets the tone for your challenge. I have met spirits, gods, and death himself. I have no more respect for them now than when I believed them myths.
The sunshine appears through a break in the clouds to bathe you in a radiant glow. 10 max life. 5 max life. Okay, we gained 15 max life. That's not too bad.
I admire that you have other skills beyond violence. Yet, if there's one thing that the usurper has taught me, it's that violence can sometimes answer questions that otherwise have none.
Good to know, Sir Dealer. The poor weather slows your day's journey. To avoid the swelling bogs, you press on to higher ground and happen upon an old road through the marshland. To the left, you see a group of cloaked thieves blocking the road. Okay. You check your path to the right, you hear a distant sound of the group of raiders squabbling in a northern tongue. So we're gonna get to decide what we fight. With no other safe path through the mire, who do you fight? I think the raiders are gonna be easier. The sky opens and you prepare yourself for combat. Only option, only option. This is correct.
Your artifact is empty now and will be of little use to you here.
It's true, but it was of pretty good use to us before. It's just healing. We basically got to start with 40 life instead of 10. That's what that did. And I think that was well worth it, too. In another adventure where we might not be taking as much damage and can heal from food, certainly not as valuable. Alright, Cole, let's do this shit. Kolbjorn. His family lost, his clan turned against him. Kolbjorn has traveled south in search of meaning. When activated, Kolbjorn performs a charge attack that causes stun and may knock down weakened enemies.
I wish you an honorable death.
Yeah. Okay, I totally parried that, but the way the mask fell off his face, perfect. I love that kind of detail. I mean, obviously that's from the ragdoll physics, but just the fact that it can happen is one of those things. With the raiders defeated, you notice some equipment hidden off to the path. Perhaps they were guarding it. We slide down to the treasure. And roll like ass. And roll like ass. No, we literally can't win, so... What the hell? 112, 114? Use your balance to slide, knock the item into the bog, losing it forever.
Push forward towards your final confrontation.
This is a lot more like the old ways.
Too many words obscure the actual truth of the matter. Sometimes simple actions tell all.
Approaching Dryper's gates, you notice a woman of enormous stature dressed in a blue tunic and leather apron. 3 smithing hammers hang from her waist. The woman rushes forward and embraces you, burying you in her chest. "The gods be praised," she cries. "I thought you'd surely be dead." She releases you and looks you up and down. "Look at you," she says before you can get a word. "That foul beast didn't hold back now, did it?" She whips around to face your companion. "Golbjorn," she bellows. "I thought I told you to keep her out of trouble. I warned you about Draknar, and look what's happened. You should know better than to steal from an ogre." Golbjorn wanders past the fuming woman and down the river to fish in peace. Who are you? I'm Ariadne. Sorry, I almost said Adriana. It's that whole thing where, like, if the first and last letters are in place, your brain puts the other letters in the correct location. If you've ever seen those, they're fun. "I'm Ariadne, the blacksmith's daughter," she says, surprised. "We met at Black Ale Pub the night before you set off to steal Adesia's charm. I almost broke your wrist arm wrestling, remember?" Yeah, she pokes broken arm. "Forgive me if I don't take it. The curse of Adesia's charm only affects the wielder. If it makes you feel any better, the ogre is probably starving now too. From the looks of the silverwork, this is an old relic indeed." See, this one of those things you're like, can you just hold this while I eat some food and heal? Draknar says, "Oh, Draknar the Mighty, as he is known, has lived in this part for an age. Many have tried to fell the beast before you two misfits, that's for sure," she explains, "but few live to tell their tale. The ogre is notorious for ambushing travelers and traders alike. Not even Empire soldiers are safe in these parts. Accumulated a wealth of treasure plucked from his victims, including that cursed relic you have now. Increase your defense in order to survive the ogre." Okay. That's how we get gold. The question is how the hell we do it. "Listen, I help run a traveling forge is currently heading here." Cool. "Come see us. We'll sort you out and give you some good proper armor. A piece of Adesia's charm weighs heavy in your pack. You wish to fling it into the mire, but some strange magic stays your hand. Starving and injured, you rest while in town."
Can you
Yvonne's
claim this
cottage.
token?
By the side of a waterfall, you meet a young woman with striking gray hair. She is holding a baby. "Greetings, traveler. Treat these waters with caution. They are not to be meddled with. If you're parched, you're welcome to stop by my cottage. I have a pie cooling on my windowsill, too." Behind her, a little wooden sign reads, "Waterfall of Youth. Very dangerous. Stay clear." "I'm Yvonne," the woman says as she leads you to her cottage. "As was promised, a hearty beef pie awaits you. You enjoy it with a side of mashed potatoes." Beautiful. With the meal finished, Yvonne asks you to help her while she puts the baby to sleep. The rare sunshine flower grows nearby, and she'd like you to gather a bloom. Oh, interesting. It feels impolite to refuse. The sunshine sprouts from the rocks behind the waterfall. If you were careful, you could climb out to retrieve one without falling into the water. Remembering the warning, you inch your way along the rock wall, gingerly moving from stone to stone. If we fail terribly... Okay, it's
The
static.
pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
You manage to grab the ledge. Ooh, long shot. See, I don't need that achievement. Whatever. You manage to grab the ledge and regain your balance. From here, you reach the sunshine, bag it, and make your way back to the shore. Yvonne, delighted to see the sunshine. Most travelers just eat and leave. In thanks, she gives you a gift. This will protect you in your travels. Ooh. Archer's Bane. We have the fame. Perform a powerful strike that deals 250 damage, which is really good. It's better than what we had before. Deal 125% damage to Empire and ranged enemies. Ignores defense. Whew. Yeah, that is Archer's Bane. And 100 post can riposte between enemy combo attacks. Additional defense from a shield is useful against northerners. Oh, and it's got the token, which is reflect 15 projectiles with a shield that can reflect.
A reward well earned.
And we got a token, which is, you know, half the battle.
You must be ready for whatever will come. The usurper will give us no warning.
I got this. I got this shit in the bag. Let's go. I am injured, but I will fight. I do not have a sword that can currently reflect. Oh, that's a beauty. That is actually a really cool looking sword. That crystal is neat. There are none so hated by the infantry as archers. Small wonder this weapon is prized by them. That was really easy. I don't know if it was like putting in Kolbjorn's charge, like if we just completely wrecked his day. I really have no idea. But we're picking up fame. Oh, nice. We needed that food too.
And so we see the home of the Northerner and his reasons for leaving.
Okay, so we can't go back because we don't have a blessing. If we pick up, if this is the blessing, gain one. Oh yeah. Okay, one of these is gonna be amazing. I think this is what we want. Receive +2 food after every dice gambit. That would be really good. 15. Receive 15 life for every gold gain card you receive. Monk's Vitality. If your max life is less than 150, you may discard food or equipment gain cards to receive +5 max life. Okay, we're taking the Gold Zealot. As much as I would love the Gambler's Banquet, we're gonna find gold gain cards, and we don't have other ways of healing. So I think this is the correct answer. The question is if we have to sacrifice it to go to Kolbjorn's. Either way, we're going to do it, because I would like to move forward in his story. Clan Eyebright's village, hidden in the forest of Mount Freitas, is a burned-out husk. You see no inhabitants within the collapsed walls and fallen roofs. Kolbjorn leads you through the trees to a grave mound. A flat, snowy field dotted with body-sized hillocks. Hillocks? I've never seen that word before in my life. A few villagers are here kneeling by the cairns in prayer. You realize they are either old or enfeebled. Your stout companion kneels before 3 graves. They look fresh. The grass is yet to grow over them. He empties a flask of Aramore spirits over the mound and lets a blessing fall onto the cold earth by them. He motions you to do the same. Okay, we do have to sacrifice it. You kneel on the cold, hard ground beside Kolbjorn as he bends his head in prayer. The tranquility is shattered by a jagged rock bouncing off your companion's back. You draw your weapon and turn to see an old northerner woman, bent over in age, clutching a basket of rocks. Fierce hatred burns behind her eyes. Get out! Get out of here, betrayer! Life burner! The old northerner tears her hair in a grief as she continues flinging rocks. Kolbjorn flinches as the stones rebound off his flesh, but does not move to defend himself. A group of villagers gather around you. They do not join in, but they do not intervene either. Let's see what happens. The barrage continues until the snow is stained with blood and the woman is on her hands and knees weeping uncontrollably. An elder, his head wreathed in bone and blossom, steps forward. His wrinkled fists clenched with anger. Why have you returned? Kolbjorn waves a massive hand at the 3 grave mounds. I didn't intervene because I figured this would sort itself out. We're the outsider here. We don't know the customs. We don't know the ways. Therefore, we should wait. Your duty was to die for this clan or your hearth, but you were too cowardly to do either. Why couldn't you do it? His stern tone breaks into a sob. I had a daughter. Your sons. They burnt everything, all because you could not die for us. Oh boy. Kolbjorn merely stares blankly into the distance. Well, we're gonna appeal to their mercy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah! Oh, this is risky. We got it! The villager of Clan Eyebright consider Kolbjorn's somber, stoic form and feel some pity. The elder sighs, we have nothing, only anger drives me now. Betrayer Kolbjorn, prove yourself in the Hoarfrost trial. Prove you are worthy of dying for Clan Eyebright again.
You must seek redemption along this road.
Okay.
For all have made errors.
Alright, let's continue on and see what sort of defense we can gain here, because I don't know how we get
Perhaps you can
60
gain the
defense.
tools you need for the road ahead.
The column of smoke and the clang of metal are the first signs that you're in the right place. As you round the bend, you see the forge outside at the gates to Blackwater. You spy your new acquaintance, Ariadne. I'm probably saying that wrong. Ariadne? Ariadne? Anyway, assisting a blacksmith on the bellows. Ah, there you are, Ariadne says with a smile, and I just totally threw it there. She removes her gloves to wipe her brow. These are the two I was telling you about, Anders, she says to the blacksmith. I almost broke this one's wrist in an arm wrestle. So I hear you're out to fight an ogre, the blacksmith says. My specialty is improving armor and helms and the like. You hand the smith your armor and he begins to examine the item thoroughly, inspecting every joint and seam. Yes, I can certainly improve on this, but it will take several days. I'm heading to Cottonmore. Meet me there and the job will be done. Oh, if you bring another item to me there, I'll see if I can improve that one as well. The reason I chose this one is, or that one, is because the other strongest thing that we have in the deck is also a 10. So we can instead keep that one and hopefully find a mask and the other shield before then. The sun's warm rays do little to lift your spirits as the mosquitoes fly. Whatever. We're being bugged by tiny flying insects. To avoid the swelling bogs, you press on to higher ground and happen upon an old road through the marshland. I cannot read this late at night. To the left, you see a group of cloaked thieves blocking the road. That shouldn't be too bad. To the right, you see a group of Empire brigands. Yeah, we're going with the greed. That's not great, but it's better than other things. It's better than the other one. The hum of mosquitoes fill the air as you ready yourself for combat. If we had Hretha's ire and the ability to use it, I would probably have gone with the phalanx of steel. I'm a little sad we had to give up that blessing, but I'd rather progress on the tokens because those are harder and take more time. That was bad. I tried to dodge out of the way there. We are going to die really badly because I could not block there. And by could not, I mean I reacted poorly. Okay. All we need is like slightly better than average. We need a 2. Oh my god! Game! Fuck off! The game is being a dick. Those are equipment gains that we could be getting and aren't. More swamplands. More failures. We need to get that ring early. Okay. Thank God. With some luck, you find your way to higher, drier ground. Back on your path, you continue your journey. So yeah, all it is roll the dice.
Alchemy is one of the pure arts. That says little for its practitioners, however.
Countless jars and obscure artifacts clutter the room. On a central workbench, a peculiar glass beaker simmers over a flame. Ah, I see you found my laboratory then, a voice exclaims. From behind a pile of dusty books, a robed figure emerges, clad in a pointy hat and a pair of thick spectacles. He smiles. Here to create the elusive elixir of life. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. Elusive elixir of life, elusive elixir of life, elusive elixir of life, elusive elixir of life. Okay, so it's not that bad. Or perhaps it is gold you desire. All is possible through alchemy. Alas, I have yet to prove that such things are indeed possible. Yet to prove that such things are indeed possible. No matter. Say, would you care to assist me? Sure, I'm pretty sure that's how we get this token. Very well, let's begin. Take a jar and place its content in the beaker, he says as he drips his quill in an inkwell and prepares to write. Remember, you must keep the elixir pure. You take a jar from the shelf and unscrew the lid.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each
Okay, I'm going to stop it.
Similarities.
Done talking, sir? Alright, we're going to stop when that blue beetle is right at the front and see where it stops. Okay. We went with yellow. The jar contains a collection of yellow mushrooms. You place one in the beaker and it dissolves instantly. The clear yellow gains the faintest tint of yellow. Excellent. Now pick another. Okay, it is... Is it about the same speed? So it was about halfway across the wheel that it stopped. So I'm going to stop on the red beetle and hope we get the yellow beetle. So far so good. The jar contains dried yellow beetles. You sprinkle a handful into the beaker and they dissolve instantly. The yellow elixir intensifies. Remarkable! The alchemist mutters as he continues to write in the ledger. This looks promising. Now pick one more. I have a feeling what we pick here changes. Like, I think because we're doing yellow, we're going to get gold. So there is nothing directly across from that yellow feather, so I want to do it when we are between that red mushroom and the blue feather. Oh my god, I did it. As you add the yellow feather, the mixture glows an intense yellow, lighting up the room. You did it! The alchemist's eyes glow wide with excitement. The magnum opus! The alchemist picks up the hot beaker with a pair of metal tongs and carefully pours the contents into a pail of water. The water fizzles for a moment, filling the room with steam. Take it, he says, gesturing towards the bucket. It's quite cool. You reach into the water and discover the formula has transformed into a solid gold nugget. So 20 gold. That's not what I was hoping for. Okay, you need to create the elixir of life to win this token. The alchemist thanks you profusely for your assistance before returning to his ledger, mumbling to himself. The elixir of life still eludes me. What color could it be? I'm gonna guess it's red. I think we get a bunch of fame if we get blue. It's gonna match up, right? It's my guess. Okay, it's another one of these. The Frost Berserker isn't even bad. I need to not get my ass handed to me, but... I think I can take one hit. The second hit would kill me. It's my guess here. I need to win the dice roll on this. Okay, there are 3 of them. Yeah. Thank you, Kolbjorn. With the raiders defeated, you notice some equipment hidden in the mire. Let's not fuck it up. At least we've got a 6. Rolling all average is really bad. Yes, because we'll succeed. We'll lose him. Oh, come on.
Matched blades built to enforce justice.
That's not what I wanted. But we gotta deplete the equipment pool to get the stuff we want. I don't have anything I want to give him is the problem.
Simply the middle road.
Yeah, the problem is increases your defense by 20. Oh, I guess we can give it back to him. You know, the armory is inspecting every seam. I pride myself in my workmanship. This is already at the limits of what I can do. There's no reason. The shield is useless. Oh, never mind. It has a defense of 10? Okay. So we have a chance of upgrading all 3 of our things. Okay, I think we're going for the thieves. The thing is, I think we want the billy clubs. kill 15 thieves with a finisher. Do not get me wrong, I think this is a mistake. Because I'm probably bad at billy clubs, but that's what I want to do. We've got to use its special power, and then when the thief is on the ground, use a finisher. But we're working towards tokens, and tokens are important. And if we die, I made mistakes and took a lot of extra damage. Oh, we don't have Colbjorn. I am dead. Yup, I'm dead. I tried rolling away. I should have tried to parry. That's okay. Mistakes were made. We now know a lot about this one. We got some tokens.
Different arms would find you faring better, or more skills.
For the Sunshine Flowers, we got Yvette's Cottage. This is still progress. The Hoarfrost Trial.
Think. Do not continue to fail me. I have need of your greatest efforts.
Silence your face. Alright. That's going to be it for this episode. As I said, failure is okay. We got some new tokens, which is good. We learned some things. Mostly that I need to get better at combat, and that we need to win those dice rolls. Those dice rolls are of critical importance, because getting that equipment so that we can upgrade it is the key. We're going to get the free upgrades. At least they don't like cost gold or anything. All we need is those upgrades. So, we've got a plan for next time. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time. But until then, keep your gears turning.